One started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a... Yard up to the 40.
Great job, Great job. That's how we do, baby. Offense rolling. Man left. 4 down.
On second down, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go now. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Left.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Mahomes going to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing. Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed of the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ibuprofen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
A give to Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Here's Prescott.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw him off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The give is to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Prescott now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
There's Prescott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go to 54, go to 54, Wyatt. Woo.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Hearns brings it in. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England, but it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense will need some work, though. They've got to get better against...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Left. There we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Left, 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 left.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders,
and the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first. Mahomes now on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spinning past him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, 26 yards. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Left, 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 left.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hill. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 4. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. They're going to try and run the option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go. 180. Here we go, 47.
2nd down. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Fighting through pressure. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Oh, a 360. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mahomes is going to run the option left, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game,
and now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, Had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught right side. It turns. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Gun.
One last shot now for Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.